Well, good afternoon again. It's Thursday, and welcome. Stay in and stay safe. And of course, tonight we'll be out clapping for all those NHS and the drivers, well, all those that are keeping us safe. But I'd like to think tonight that we can pause for 1 minute for those that have paid the ultimate price in this pandemic. A sad loss, whatever age, a sad loss, and our hearts go out to all of them. So the little story I'm going to do today is called Eating Currants. Stop picking out the currants and eating them, Richard Henry, says Mother as she was mixing up a bowl of flour to make a cake. For Aunt Lizzie and Uncle John were coming to tea. I just say there's nothing like making cake for cleaning your hands. You ought to have seen mine when I started. Beastly they was. Is Aunt Lizzie older than Uncle John? Don't know about that, replied Feather, but she got more brains. Why, last time when they was here, he couldn't find his hat when he was going home. Adding upon his head he did, and he would have gone home without him if she didn't tell him where it was. Now, says Mother, Richard Henry, I want ye to behave fitty. Leave the company. See, you've been brought up nice. Uncle John got whiskers like a cat, says Richard Henry. Don't you dare make fun of your uncle. All I've ye to know is father was a soldier and lost a leg at Waterloo. Which platform, says Richard Henry. Well, that made Mother laugh so much she had to sit down. I don't see nothing to laugh at, says Feather, for it don't make no difference which platform 'twas. Well, time is getting on. Go on in and light the fire in the front room, Feather. People don't eat as much when the room is hot. Can't Richard Henry do it? He's getting a big boy now. Sides, who's boss here anyhow? No, he's changed, says Mother. Richard Henry, you got your coat all gaggled up with dough. Scrape 'em on off at once. I only got enough to make one cake. Feather got some sticks and coal and pepper and went into the front room, and Mother got on with the bacon. After a time, Mother remarked, Feather gone some quiet. Run us in and see what's he doing. He's reading the newspaper, said Richard Henry. I can see him through the keyhole. Feather started singing, for men must work and women must weep. Can anybody smell anything burning? That's my cake. 'Tis all your fault. I knowed something was going to happen, says Mother. Last night I dreamed I saw a little bird. Hark! What's all that row in the front room? In rushed Richard Henry. 'Tis a jackdaw come down the chimney. Room is covered with soot on the jackdaws picking the currants out of the buns. My dream is out, says Mother. Catch him, Father, catch him. Easier said than done, said Feather. Made a grab at the bird and scat over a jam jar filled with flowers. The crow by this time had climbed up on Grandmother's photo on the wall. Keep us quiet and I'll have him. Doesn't he scat Grandmother down, says Mother, or she'll come back and won't he? Leave sleeping dogs lie, I just say. Feather crept after the poor frightened crow, and just as he grabbed him, he fell over the cat with the photo on top of him. I got him, he shouted. Hold on to him, said Richard Henry. But that bird flapped his wings, dived his beak into Feather's arm, and flew straight through one of the window panes with a crash. He comed in by himself and didn't want no help. Whatever shall us do now, says Mother, looking upon all my best things. Oh, be quiet, there's somebody knocking, says Mother. 'Tis they, I know it is. Don't answer the door. Keep quiet. Feather said, can't answer the door. I'll go. So he opened the door, and there stood a little boy with a note, which read, Sorry, we can't come to tea, for the sow is in trouble. Love from Aunt Liza and Uncle Joe. Feather started to sing, Praise God from whom all blessings flow. Now this little poem was on Facebook, I'm led to believe, but it was sent to me and I said I would read it out. This one's called, I don't know who's by, but this one's called, I have a little sat-nav. I have a little sat-nav. It sits there in my car. A sat-nav's a driver's friend. It tells you where you are. I have a little sat-nav. I've had it all my life. It's better than the normal ones. My sat-nav is my wife. It gives me full instructions, especially how to drive. It's 30 miles an hour, it says. You're doing 35. It tells me when to stop and start and when to use the brake, and tells me that it's never ever safe to overtake. It tells me when a light is red and when it goes green. It seems to know instinctively just when to intervene. It lists the vehicles just in front and all those to the rear, and taking this into account, it specifies my gear. I'm sure no other driver has so helpful a device, for when we leave and lock the car, it still gives me advice. It fills me up with counselling. Each journey's pretty fraught. So why don't I exchange it and get a quieter sort? Ah well, you see, it cleans the house, makes sure I'm properly fed, it washes all my shirts and things, and keeps me warm in bed. Despite all these advantages and my tendency to scoff, I only wish that now and then I could turn the gadget off. Thank you very much.